In the village of Amaka, nestled deep within the lush forest of CHIDUM, there lived a young girl named Norma. She was known far and wide for her infectious laughter that could brighten the gloomiest day and her dancing that seemed to weave stories with every step. One sunny morning, while Norma was skipping along the path that led to the village stream, a gentle voice whispered in her ears, "Norma, child of Amaka." It murmured like a breeze through the leaves. The gods had chosen you to perform the sacred dance. Norma's eyes widened with awe. She had heard tales from the elders about the sacred dance, a dance that connects their village to the celestial beings who watched over them. Heart pounding with excitement, she hurried to find Auntie Obioma, the village elder, known for her wisdom and kindness. "Auntie Obioma," Norma exclaimed, bursting into the elder's hut, "the gods spoke to me. They said I must perform the sacred dance." Auntie Obioma's face softened with pride and concern. "Norma, my dear, this is a great honor bestowed upon you. But remember, with great honor comes great responsibility. You must prepare yourself, body and soul, for the task ahead." From that moment on, Norma threw herself into training. Every day she practiced beneath the canopy of ancient trees, her bare feet connecting with the earth, her arms reaching towards the heavens. The villagers watched in awe as Norma's movements grew more graceful and her spirit more radiant. But not everyone in Amaka shared in the joy of Norma's calling. Adako, a girl with mischievous glint in her eyes and a heart filled with envy, watched Norma from the shadows. Why should she be chosen? Adako whispered to her friends, her voice dripping with bitterness. "I could dance just as well, if not better." As the days passed and Norma's dance grew more powerful, whispers of doubt began to swell through the village. Could a young girl like Norma truly bridge the gap between mortals and the gods? Was she worthy of such a sacred duty? On the evening of the full moon, when the sky was awash with stars and air tingling with anticipation, the entire village gathered at the sacred grove. Torches flickered, casting long shadows on the faces of the villagers as they waited expectantly. Norma stood at the center of the grove, dressed in a robe adorned with beads that shimmered like stars. Her heart beat like the rhythm of drums, echoing the pulse of earth beneath her feet. She closed her eyes, filled with the presence of the gods surrounding her. Suddenly, a figure stepped forward from the darkness, a figure clad in dark robes that seemed to swallow the moonlight. It was Adako, her eyes burning with defiance and jealousy. "Norma is not worthy," Adako cried out, her voice echoing through the grove. "I challenge her to prove herself." Raps rippled through the crowd as Adako stepped into the sacred ground, facing Norma with a gaze as sharp as a blade. The elders exchanged worried glances, unsure of what this challenge meant for the sacred ritual. Norma's heart fluttered with uncertainty, but she squared her shoulders and met Adako's gaze with steady determination. She knew that this challenge was more than just a test of her dancing skill. It was a test of her faith and her connection with the gods. And so, under the watchful eyes of the villagers and the silent star above, Norma and Adako began to dance. Their movements were like a battle between light and shadow, each step a testament to their inner strength and conviction. The night stretched on, the moon climbing higher in the sky. As Norma and Adako danced with fierce intensity, the villagers held their breath, caught in the spell woven by the two young girls who seemed to embody the very essence of light and darkness. As the first rays of dawn began to paint the horizon with shades of pink and gold, Norma and Adako came to a standstill, their chests heaving with exertion. The silence that followed was deafening, broken only by the soft rustling of leaves in the breeze. Auntie Obioma stepped forward, her expression grave yet compassionate. "The challenge is over," she declared, her voice carrying across the grove. "Norma has proven herself worthy." Relief washed over Norma as she sank to her knees. Adako, consumed by bitterness and envy, had not found peace as Norma had hoped. Instead, she had sought out the forbidden knowledge of dark spirits, rumored to dwell in the depths of the ancient wood. One moonless night, Adako ventured alone into the heart of the forest, her steps guided by whispers that promised power and revenge. She came upon a clearing bathed in an aerial glow, with a figure cloaked in shadows awaited her. "You seek power," the figure hissed, its voice like the rustling of leaves in the wind. "I can grant you the strength to rival even the gods themselves, but at a price." "Anything," she whispered, her voice trembling. "I will do anything." And so Adako made a pact with the dark spirit, binding her fate to forces beyond her understanding. In return for the power she craved, she vowed to disrupt the harmony between the villages of Amaka and the celestial being who had once blessed them. Days turned to weeks, and the village of Amaka began to feel the first whispers of unrest. Crops withered and the sickness spread like a shadow over the land. The once vibrant village became plagued by doubt and fear, their faith in gods shaken by unseen forces. Norma sensed the growing unease among her people and turned to Auntie Obioma for guidance. Together they sought answers in ancient texts and consulted with the elders who remembered tales of similar dark times long ago. "It is the work of dark spirits," Auntie Obioma declared, her voice grave. They seek to disrupt the balance between our world and the celestial realm. But fear not, Norma. The gods have chosen you to protect our village. With renewed determination, Norma continued to dance, her movements infused with prayers of healing and protection. She danced through the night under the gaze of the full moon, her spirit reaching out to the celestial beings who had once blessed her. But Adako's influence grew stronger with each passing day. She whispered lies and stirred up dissent among the villagers, sowing seeds of discord that threatened to tear their community apart. One stormy night, as Norma danced alone in the sacred grove, a shadow fell across the moonlight ground, a shadow darker than any she had ever seen. Adako emerged from the darkness, her eyes gleaming with malice and power. "You think you are chosen," Adako sneered, her voice echoing through the grove, "but you are nothing compared to the strength I now possess. The gods will bow before me." With a flick of her waist, Adako unleashed a wave of dark energy that sent Norma stumbling backwards. The earth trembled beneath her feet, and the air crackled with malevolent force. Norma's heart pounded with fear, but she drew upon her faith and the love of her village. With a fierce cry, she danced like they had never danced before, her movement a defiant challenge to the darkness that threatened to consume them all. The battle between Norma and Adako raged through the night, each step and gesture a clash of light and shadow. The villagers watched from the safety of their homes, their hearts torn between hope and despair. At last, the first rays of dawn painted the horizon with hues of pink and gold. At last, the first rays of dawn painted the horizon with hues of pink and gold. Norma found herself standing alone amidst the ruins of the sacred grove. Adako lay defeated at her feet, her dark power dissipating like smoke in the wind. The villagers emerged from their homes, their faces etched with awe and relief. They gathered around Norma, their voices rising in a chorus of gratitude and faith. She had protected them from the darkness that had threatened to tear their village apart. Auntie Obioma approached Norma, her eyes shining with pride. "You have proven yourself once again, child," she said softly. "The gods chose wisely when they selected you to perform the sacred dance." Norma bowed her head humbly, her heart overflowing with gratitude for the strength and guidance she had received. She knew that her journey was far from over, but she also knew that as long as she danced with love and faith in her heart, she would continue to protect her village and honor the gods who had chosen her.